Hi guys, it's me Cutie and Kaden here. We wanted to talk about the Ballooni drama that has happened recently with the cancellation of Ballooni, who is a very was a very big um, leaker in the community. Was very popular. There's a lot of things that have come out about him, a lot of things that he said, and I wanted to go through it, and I wanted to talk about specific call-out posts, things that I don't really agree with, things that I just want to look through a critical eye with Caden. And it's not really going to be more. It's not going to be a personal opinion, but it's more just going to be like a neutral gray area, pointing out things that are incorrect and things that are completely valid. Yeah, let's start with let's start. So this let me go over here. So this is IDV File. IDV File and Ganjian by Wei for from what I saw and one other person were like the crux of the cancellation. Like they started this. This is IDV File's Instagram. I'm following them. So this first screenshot is most of this is from their Instagram stories because that's where most of the information came out other than Discord. But most of the Discord screenshots were put on Instagram stories. So the first thing was after building a career on Instagram, etc. The IDV File did not know allegedly that Ballooni had said what he said. We're going to be going over that. The first call-out post was from the slush files on Discord. I'm going to leave it up so you can go through it. The second thing here was, this is what I find interesting. It's Ballooni, it's a screen cap of Ballooni on Discord saying, IDV File is so weird and annoying, oh my gosh. I'm at a point where I'm uncomfortable to talk to IDV File now, which is very interesting to say the least because there is literally no more information about this that I could find. So I want to know why Ballooni feels that way about IDV File. Maybe in a part 2 we could go over it and find out if screenshots get leaked from maybe their DMs, I don't know. And then IDV File's opinion on the situation. They think it's disgusting how they treated people in their Discord, etc., etc. Then the next thing is going to be what this video is mostly going to be about. It's the post by Ganji and by Wife, the call-out post that most people are using as reference for why Ballooni is getting canceled. Speaking up about Ballooni, the first slide, this is basically just a cap of who Ballooni is. That's what Ganjian made here. I'm going to leave it for like 2 seconds. If you're kind of watching this video, you're kind of already going to know who Ballooni is. You're going to kind of already know who IDV File is. This is the first thing, the real cancellation thing that they posted. And do I agree with this here? Not really. See, it says Ballooni is also an ableist. I'm not saying he is not an ableist, but I'm saying this particular screen cap, they called Galatea brain dead. Keep in mind, Galatea is disabled. Yes, Galatea is in a wheelchair. She is disabled. But here in this screen cap, Ballooni is talking about how the meta is not fun, etc., etc. How only meta hunter that isn't fun to play against a sculptor, and that's because she's brain dead. In this moment, Ballooni isn't saying the character is brain dead, which would not be okay. Ballooni is saying that the kit and the gameplay of said character is brain dead. Just like how in League of Legends, the character Yumi is considered a brain dead character. Not because the character Yumi is brain dead physically, but rather the kit and the gameplay. Yeah, the gameplay. So you could go into maybe just the phrase brain dead is ableist. You could go into that, but that's kind of like a gamer community thing, gamer type situation. But no, I don't think this is ableist. Does he say something ableist later on? No, we'll see. Ballooni also, this is the second part. Ballooni asks for inappropriate pictures from a minor. Um, Also, just to preface, like Ganjian, this isn't cherry wine. This is Ballooni, allegedly Ballooni. Um, the person, the person here in the screen cap is saying, "Oh, I was getting some breadsticks, put it in the microwave, thought it was gonna blow up," basically, and then they say breadstick reveal. Then Ballooni says inappropriate picture reveal next. I think what Ballooni was going here, what he was going for was a joke, was just fully a joke. But I also asked the opinion of many big names in the IDV community. I'm not going to say who, but I asked about like 4 or 5 people, and they all kind of came to the same consensus of it's not the fact that it was a bad joke or that it was just really inappropriate. It was the fact that there are minors in the server, his server, um, and it could go to a darker place. And I completely agree with that. Do I think the joke is bad? It's more of like the effect of him, Ballooni saying that, which is bad. So yeah, I agree with this. This is also kind of like, ooh. Um, this is Ballooni. Ballooni has been caught in HD saying the B slur. If you don't know what it is, it's a slur against Hispanic people. Cotton HD saying it. I do think that's 200% bad. Yeah, I don't think he should be able to just say that with any repercussions in any which way. I think that is horrible too. I agree with this one. This is a 2-part thing here that Ganjian had made. The first part is weird. The second part I completely agree with. So in the screen cap, it's Ballooni saying either get banned or apologize to this person, especially you, other person. Then he curses. This is from what Ganjian says. This is Ballooni defending a racist mod in the server. Do I think? Okay. Do I think that Ballooni is defending a racist? I don't know if this person is racist because there's no more screen caps. There's just this one very out of context situation here. Though the first part I don't really agree with. It says this mod made comments about Ganjian dating white people when he canonically hates them. I went through Ganji's log. I'm used to saying Ganjian. I went through Ganji's logs, his deductions, and it doesn't say anything about him specifically hating white people. I think that's fanon. He definitely did burn down those people's houses, and that's period. But I think shipping, you should be able to ship whoever you want. That shouldn't matter. So the first part is very strange to me because you should be allowed to ship whoever you want. They're fictional characters. I don't think that should matter. But the second part,
Tommy Quinn. So, Tommy Quinn, is it racist to ship a racist with someone who they're racist against?
is it racist to ship a racist? See, that's weird. It's just a weird situation. I think it's definitely a very weird situation where it's like you can ship whoever you want. Like that it brings me back to like trigger warning, but killing stalking, where people would ship the captor with the captee, and that was very a hot topic. So that's kind of like a choose your own poison situation, but I think you can ship whoever you want. But the second part, where they defended whitewashing, I think that's horrible. You should not whitewash characters. Excuse me. It happens all the time with NetEase. They lighten forward skin. They lighten Enchantress's skin. I think that's very inappropriate. I think that is horrible. So, but they didn't provide a screen cap for Ballooni defending that. If they did, I completely agree. It is horrible. Should not be defending whitewashing. It's a bad thing. This is also another out of context screen cap where it's Ballooni saying Palace Castle, Palace, I'm bored, gift me, Palace, person, gift me Palace, get me bride or Palace. Ganjian says here Ballooni also uses their mod. It's supposed to be mods. I'm assuming that was just a typo. Mods are members for money. Joking or not, it's literally not funny. Shouldn't use people for money. I don't know how I feel about this one. This is where I'm going to turn very gray on the subject because it's not like Ballooni is telling people like get this or leave because they haven't provided screen caps for that. But do I think it's scummy? A little bit. You shouldn't like I am a streamer. I own a Discord. I've never asked for anything. I think it was on my birthday. I was like, oh, is anyone to get me birthday gifts? I think that's different though. I think what Ballooni is doing here is a little scummy. It's a little scummy. But do I think it's like a cancelable offense? No, I don't think so. So this one is at the end of the first call out post that Ganjian did. Ganjian did part 2. This is probably what I disagree with the most. So I'll read everything through and then give you my full opinion. It says, it's a screen cap of Ballooni. I asked some Indians about it and they said they're fine with the skin and don't find it offensive. Then Ganjian says, here the conversation about Sanskrit, which is the Logic skin. Instead of calling them indigenous people, Ballooni calls them Indian people. So this is Ganjian being confused. This is a confusion. This is, I'm trying to think of words. It's just a confusion here. Because Ballooni is talking about Indians from India. Like, Indians. And then Ganjian is referring to indigenous people, Native Americans, which is like, they're saying, they're alleging that Ballooni is using Indian, which is an outdated term, which is not good. Do not call Native Americans Indians. But it's a confusion thing because Ballooni is talking about Indians from India. And Ganjian, I thinks that Ballooni is talking about the old, outdated phrase that we don't use anymore for Native Americans. It's 2 separate things. Sanskrit is Indian.
It's an ancient Indian written language.
Yeah, thank you, Kaden. It's an ancient Indian written language. So it's not from the Americas. It's not from Native. It's not Native American.
They didn't even have written language.
Yeah, fun fact. This is the second part, I'm pretty sure, to the Ganjian situation, Ganjian call-out post, where it's very similar to the palace situation, but this one is even more kind of out of context, where it says March 25, 25 bucks where? 25 bucks, question mark, where's my 25 bucks? No, where's my 25 bucks? Then he kicks whoever this March person is. Then he temp bans them for 15 minutes, and Ganjian is alleging that here is Ballooni constantly asking for money. You may think, okay, and Ballooni has kicked temp ban. This is the first time that Ganjian has posted this on the second post, but personally, I don't believe that that is what's happening here. It looks like maybe Marge had, because back in the day when Ballooni was doing commissions for poses of specific skins, modeled specific skins in different poses, they would sell them. He would get commissions. So
when was back in the day?
Back in the day, like a month ago, I think Ballooni had commissions for doing those types of models and stuff, like a month or 2 ago, and this looks 610. Looks like it was about a month ago. But like we don't have the context of this situation. So this is another thing where we need the context. It's just very out of context. If it is Ballooni banning someone just because they wouldn't give them money, yeah, that's really scummy. That is cancelable. That is scummy. The next thing
Otherwise,
is
we're simply not given enough information.
Yeah, we weren't given enough information for that one. This is something I wholeheartedly agree with. This is Ballooni caught in HD again, calling this gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss person the N slur and the R slur. It's pretty much, you don't need the context for this. Ballooni said it in 2019, 2 years ago. You don't need context when someone says a slur. He should not have done that. That is horrible and disgusting. Like I said, I'm going to try to remain in gray in this situation because I'm not trying to defend Ballooni and I'm not trying to take down Ballooni. I'm just bringing up what has happened throughout this situation and critiquing it. But yeah, caught red-handed saying a really bad thing. This is another thing that he said, where he is basically saying that the new skin for Galatea, her new S tier skin, it says she got Down syndrome, which is not okay in any which way. Basically saying that Down syndrome is a negative thing when it's just a part of some people's lives. I think that's really not good either. It's really bad. But the only thing I have,
Offensive.
it's super offensive. Um, the only thing I have an issue with is if Ganjian does end up saying this, I would love to know where this screen cap came from because I don't know. Is this from Twitter? It's definitely not from Twitter. I don't think it's from Tumblr. It's not Discord. Um, I just the background and like the way that it's cropped, the way that the profile pictures are cropped is very strange. I just think, do I think it's fake? Probably not, but it does look weirdly edited if it's like Discord or something. It looks strange, but if it is real, that's horrible. Should not be saying that type of thing. This is another heavily edited. This is a heavily edited thing, very out of context too. This is a person I blocked out, and I pretty much blocked out everyone who isn't specifically in this situation. I blocked out their name because I don't want to get anyone involved who really shouldn't be. But this person's basically saying, "Oh, he's finally getting called out. Ballooni purposely misgendered one of my friends and voice chat multiple times." This is Ballooni saying Barry is doing her job. It's very out of context because this could be literally taken from anything. I could type out Caden is doing her job, and Caden's pronouns are your pronouns are he they, right? I'm just making
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, Caden's pronouns are he they. So me accidentally saying her could just be taken out of context and put up like this. This is super out of context. So I'm assuming that this Barry person is he or they. So if Ballooni did do that, that's messed up. You have to respect people's pronouns. But like I said, Ganjian, I think that this post needs more context. It needs this one specifically is probably the worst offender of the out of context. The worst offender of it. Now we're gonna go over what people these bigger names in the community that were a part of this to an extent. I want to go over their reactions. This is Sammy is poor. Sammy is also a leaker, similar to Ballooni, but Sammy's on hiatus right now. So this is basically what Sammy has said. They're in the hospital. Basically, to melt it down, they're alleging that Ballooni was super mean to them, that they're a sweet person, that they're a moderator. They have screenshots for exposing Ballooni, which they only have one. After I post this, if they post any more, I'll do a part 2, but they've only posted one on Instagram. I've looked through Discord, haven't found any. But it's the middle one is the screenshot where it says it's Ballooni calling Sam an idiot, which is just not nice. And it seems like it might, by what Sam has said, it might be a reoccurring thing. But Ballooni does immediately apologize, which you kind of already crinkled the paper, you know what I mean? So if you're having a bad day, don't just take it out on someone. And it looks like this person is going through it, you know what I mean? Sammy looks like they're going to the hospital. Also, for Sammy in specifics, do not message them. They're in the hospital right now. They're going through it. Just out of everyone, if you message anyone, do not message Sammy. It looks like they're going through it. But like in this, and then in this last post, which is this. Remember this right here. They say you should follow these people, and that is a very common trend with these. Like after they say, "Oh, I'm happy that he's getting canceled," provide one screenshot, and then go follow these people. It's interesting. I don't know if it's scummy, but this is Identity Me. They had some things to say about it. Identity Me is obviously Identity V News, a news Instagram. It's very, very well-winded, very text, a lot of text. I'm gonna leave it up for a second while I just say it's basically their opinion, what they think should happen, saying go to these other people to see the news, etc., etc. I'm just having Identity Me up there because this is another big name that is a part of this because they're a big name that's getting suggested and suggesting other similar like IDV File, Elitist Project, Sammy is Poor. Um, I think that's interesting. Now we're gonna go to Elitist Project, which is another. I don't exactly know what Elitist Project is because I think that they're like a leaker. I think that they're like a modeler, etc., etc. This is their opinion on the Ballooni situation. Then this I just wanted to put up because I'm 99.9% sure that Jesse is this is Elitist Project's Discord. I covered up the number because I don't want you to message them if you don't already have that information. This is just Jesse confirming that Xolo said that Ballooni is 14, alleged. So 2 years ago, Ballooni would have been 12, um, or 14. He would have been 12 or 14, depending on his age now, 16 or 14. Another thing that I found really interesting is in Jesse's About Me, it says Gaslight Gatekeep Girl Boss, which is the person that Ballooni was messaging when they said the N slur, which is, I don't know if that's connected or if that's just, what's it called when they put the stuff around their head, Kaden? Something like a tinfoil conspiracy. I don't know if that's a tinfoil conspiracy, but I think it's interesting. Um, the next thing, this is one of the main ones. This is Glorious Purposes call out post. It's very winded. It's very similar. It's like it's a lot. Basically, to melt it down to the very thinnest summary, it's them talking about Ballooni, um, love bombing them to keep them in the Discord, using them, manipulating them. I'll leave it up for a second if you want to try to skim through it really quick, but that's what this is about. And then to the right here, this was a video which I have. If anyone wants to see it, you can DM me on Discord. I have my Discord on my profile. You can ask for it. I'll send it to you just for the solid proof. This was a video on the right. But yeah, this is their experience with Ballooni. I don't want to undermine it, but it is a lot to go over. If I make a second video, I'll go over it more, but it is a lot. It's a lot. It's very wordy. So there's that. Then the last thing is things that Ballooni had said. This is more of a recap of what he had done that I think is like just really, really bad. And other proof situations that he had done. He's called Luca a rat in the past, which can be used as a slur towards Asian people. I don't know if this is ableist here. Feel free to tell me. I don't know if it is. Luca does have brain damage, so maybe it is. I'm going to stay gray in that one because I don't know.
Technically, it's only ableist if he's using it in a negative way.
If
And
yeah.
if it's pertaining to the mental disability, not like the animal rat.
Yeah, I think they're calling Luca a rat because he's like mousy, like he has a mousy face. And he has that little tooth situation going on, maybe? I don't know. But I don't think anyone was using.
A lot of people call him it.
Yeah, I don't think really anyone. There might be people using it as like an ableist situation. That's why I'm going to say gray out towards it. Then there's IDV File. Again, this is a recap, like I said. IDV File calling this person. It's out of context. I don't know what the situation is, but like I said, when you're using a slur, it doesn't need context. You should not be using slurs. This is Ballooni saying, yes, and slur. Yeah, this is another screen cap of Gaslight, Gatekeep, Girl Boss person getting called a lot of names. I blocked out all the names here because it's from 2019. These people have nothing to do with the IDV community. This is from when he was saying the N slur in these screen caps, this is from 2019. He got canceled in the Yandere simulator community, which I think is crazy. So, if I do find more screen caps, I will. If I do a part two, I would be interested in going over that because the Yandere simulator community, that's crazy. Imagine being canceled in that community. Not no shade. Um, then this is just another thing. This is another thing that I think is a little sus. Um, this is them basically saying you should follow Exilo, Luna's Poor, Elitist Project. You should follow Sammy is Poor, Exilo Games, Elitist Project, and this is IDV, Sammy is Poor, and then Ganjian at the end of the first call post did the same thing. I also wanted to add the when Ballooni had called IDV File weird. That was on the 4th and the 3rd to the 4th. And all this came out around the 6th, I think, 6th or 7th. So I think it's a little interesting that all this. I think that they maybe had a falling out and they have this prepared. I don't know if I find any screenshots. I really do want to know why Ballooni thinks that IDV File is weird. Because I follow IDV File. I don't think IDV File is weird. The content they put out is very much just news. I've never talked to them on a personal level. I've never talked to any of these people on a personal level, so I don't know. And that's pretty much it for the video. If you guys have any questions, I am gonna have the comments open so you can ask. And yeah, I'd love to know what you guys think about the situation. If anyone has any more screen caps, and I just want to preface one last time: this is not me defending Ballooni. This is not me trying to take down Ballooni. This is simply me saying some of the facts in these posts seem a little weird. Some of these facts are not correct, period. And that's that. But yeah, thank you guys for coming and watching. And bye. Do you want to say bye, Katie?
Goodbye.